Well, the Chicago Bulls got absolutely destroyed, 143 to 107. And it just accentuated what is really going on with the Chicago Bulls. The paint is open. It's a chow line. We got to talk about it. But first, we got to hear the music.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy C Dub, holding it down on another daily episode. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. Now let's get to the content. Yeah, like I said, man, the Chicago Bulls put out an absolute stinker yesterday against the Miami Heat. They couldn't hit a shot, um, couldn't hit a free throw. And the most telling problem for the Chicago Bulls have been our business in the paint, bro. Rebounds and points in the paint has been a bugaboo for the Chicago Bulls going back maybe 5 games. And let's just be honest now. Let's just be honest, man. The Chicago Bulls are soft down low. I just got to call it like it is. Oh, y'all think that's so harsh? Let me give y'all some stats, bro. They soft in the middle, bro. In the last 2 games, the Chicago Bulls have been out rebounded 117 to 77 combined. 117 to 77. That's the Portland Trailblazers and Miami Heat combined. 39 and 38 rebounds in each game. 39 rebounds in the Blazers game, 38 rebounds in this Heat game last night. The Chicago Bulls have been out rebounded on the offensive glass 41 to 15 the last couple of games. That's soft. That's the will to go. That's the want to. The paint is open when it comes to the points in the paint. Another big man stat. The Chicago Bulls rank last 30th in the entire NBA at 55.4 points per game. That is not a title that you want to have on your team or on your name. We can get anything we want in the paint. In the last 2 games, the Bulls have given up 62 points to the Portland Trailblazers and 56 points to the Miami Heat for a total of 118 paint points in the last 2 games. And usually we get out to these bad starts and finally get our rhythm close to the end of the first quarter into that second quarter. But really, we never had a rhythm in this game, bro. Teams are attacking the paint each and every time. And why should they not with the rankings and stats that I just given you? And I hate to just blame it on one person because this is a team sport. But your paint defense, your paint, when it comes to rebounding in the paint, you have to start with looking at your starting center. Nick Vucevic in this game against the Miami Heat has 6 points and 4 rebounds. 6 points and 4 rebounds from your starting center. 21 minutes, at least a minute. Well, that bit because we were down so many points, but 21 minutes for Nick Vooch. What we supposed to do with this, y'all? This is not going to work. Ever since maybe 5 to 6 games back, teams are on constant attack Vooch mode. They have frustrated this guy because they have picked on him for the last 6 games. They say presser burst pipes. What if the pipes are made of vibranium? And they just keep building and building, and they never burst, bro. They never get better. Vooch is never not going to get better defensively in the paint. He's never going to be a guy that can control the paint. Nobody in the NBA, no team is afraid of the Bulls defense in the paint, especially with this guy in the game. Nick Vooch is holding this team back, bro. The defensive rating is unbelievable, unbelievably bad. He's hit us a couple game winners, like 3 game winners, but that surpass what bad he's done for this team this season, early in this season? Just like he might be the culprit who got us 3 wins this season. How many of these 7 losses is attributed to Vooch's soft play? I'm just gonna call it soft. How many? 5 to 3. That's how I'll call it. He won 3 games. He lost us 5. I'm not gonna even count last game against the Miami Heat because Billy seemed to get the picture. Only played him 21 minutes, and Jalen Smith got more minutes at 24. But Jalen Smith only had 2 rebounds. That's why I said it's just ain't. It's just not Nick Vooch in regards to rebounds. But to the points in the paint, I'm putting a lot of blame on Vooch. But to the rebound, I'm not putting a lot of blame on Vooch. I'm blaming him, but not just him. Jalen Smith had 2 rebounds. Our second best rebounder, and Josh Giddey, he had 11 rebounds, bro. And that's a shame. As me as a center, if I was a center, I would be ashamed of myself, bro. Every center should have that built in him, just pride, just that pride shit that I'm going to be the leading rebounder on this team and I'm going to have the most blocks on this team. Just being a big man, just being an OG from the back in the day, bro. That's what makes it a big man. You take that away, what the fuck are you, bro? If you can't control the paint, what the fuck are you, bro? You're a fucking power forward or a small forward masquerading as a center because you're too fucking big and heavy to play small forward or power forward. When are we going to get that this is not going to work, bro? We are 30th. It's 30 teams in the NBA and points in the paint, bro. They do not respect us. It is a miracle that we are 8-7. Now, there are all the other key factors into why we lost yesterday games. It's 3-point shooting. It's regular field goal percentage. But it always starts with defense. That's what they talked about at the beginning of the season. Defense and physicality. In the last 6 games, that have subsided. Those cliches have subsided. We have not seen much defense, and we have not seen much physicality, especially from this guy over here. This is a problem that is not going to be fixed by theory, by strategy, and adjustment. This problem can only start to be fixed by making the move that is necessary. Nick Vooch must be off this team. It is not going to work. The team can work with Jalen Smith and Zach. We can bring up old brick. I don't care what you do. Find a solution. This guy right here is a detriment to the progression of the Chicago Bulls and this young team. We should feel ashamed to be 30th in the NBA in paint points. It's a child line, bro. We giving away food and we barely eating. We giving away food and we barely eating, bro. When is the AK and Mark Eversley gonna get it? We gonna see, bro. We got a game later on. Make sure y'all tune in for the live call. Bulls gotta let's see how they come off a very disappointing loss to the Miami Heat. It seems like every time we face the Heat, they got our number, bro. Eric Spoelstra just continue to coach a circle around Billy Donovan. We gonna see, man, what's gonna be the end result. See you guys later. Make sure you hit that like button, comment in the comment section. I want to know what y'all think about Vooch. I want to know what y'all think about the Bulls being ranked 30th in paints in the points in the paint. And I want to know what y'all think about rebounding for the Bulls. We got to fix this, y'all, or this is going to be another long, disappointing season. The news is out. Yo move, Chicago. See y'all on the next.
Cognac. Gang.